Come on, everybody. You are on the channel for English for Biology majors, which is brought to you by Tzu University's Susan Ye. We hope after you learn this class, you will think biology is fun and to read biology book is piece of cake. Let's go, yay! Hello, everyone. Today we are going to finish lesson 24. That means we have only one more lesson to go to finish our course. But first, we still need to review what we learned last time. For heat, we could use one of these three prefixes: calorie, C-A-L-O-R-I, pyro, P-Y-R-O, or thermal, T-H-E-R-M-O. For fever, we could use this prefix, pyreto, P-Y-R-E-T-O. And for fire, we could use the same prefix as we use for heat, pyro, P-Y-R-O. For cold, we could use one of these three prefixes, cryo, C-R-Y-O, chrymo or chrymo, C-R-Y-M-O, psychro, P-S-Y-C-H-R-O. As for dry, we could use this prefix, zero, X-E-R-O. And for dullness, we could use this prefix, ambly, A-M-B-L-Y. And for mitosis, we could use this prefix, mito, M-I-T-O. Now let's proceed to the second part of lesson 24. We will learn more about prefix and suffixes. For describing things that are only part of a thing or an organism, we could use this prefix, mero, M-E-R-O, or the suffix mere, M-E-R-E. Let's see our example. Our example for mero is meromelia. Meromelia is a congenital absence of any part of a limb, as in adactyly, hemimelia, or phocomelia. In this picture, this baby is having a melia. The prefix a has negative meaning, so amelia, the suffix melia is originated from the limb. Remember, we learned the suffix for limbs. So amelia means without limb, and amelia is also one of the type of meromelia. And this baby's amelia is affecting the right forearm, so he doesn't have any fingers. And our example for the suffix mere, M-E-R-E, is blastomere. Blastomere means one of the cells produced by the cleavage of a zygote. After fertilization, the sperm and the egg, the sperm enter the egg and produce zygote. And then zygote will start mitosis. And the first stage, it becomes two cells, and these two cells are called blastomere. They also call cleavage cell. Let's review what we just learned. For describing part, we could use the prefix mero, M-E-R-O, or the suffix mere, M-E-R-E. For describing dissolution or destruction, we could use the prefix lyso, L-Y-S-O, or the suffix lysis, L-Y-S-I-S. Let's see our example. Our example for lysis is glycolysis. because of the prefix, we change the emphasis, so it becomes glycolysis. Remember what we learned for the prefix glyco? Glyco means sugar. So glycolysis means the destruction of sugar. Actually, glycolysis is the anaerobic enzymatic conversion of glucose to the simpler compound pyruvate, resulting in energy stored in the form of adenosine triphosphate, which is in this the seventh step and the last step. As occurred in muscle or other part of our cell, glycolysis is different from respiration in the organic substance. They don't use the oxygen as the electron acceptors. Glycolysis use NAD as the electron acceptors, and the NAD will be delivered to mitochondria to join the respiration, the mitochondrial respiration process, which meaning electron transport chain to generate more ATP. And our example for the prefix lyso, L-Y-S-O, is lysosome. Lysosome, as shown in this picture, the number 12 organelle. It is a membrane-bound cytoplasmic organelle, generally 250 to 750 nanometer in diameter, containing hydrolytic enzymes in an acidic environment, and it is involved in intracellular digestion. And when lysosome is going to perform digestion, it will fuse with the target vesicle or organelle to form a phagosome. Then the enzyme in the lysosome will start digest the contents in the phagosome. Let's review what we just learned. For dissolution or destruction, we could use the suffix lysis, L-Y-S-I-S, or lyso, L-Y-S-O. When we want to describe things that are related to a particular place, we could use these two prefixes, local, L-O-C-O, or topo, T-O-P-O, or the suffix tope, L-O-P-E. Let's see our example. For local, our example is locomotor. Locomotor meaning pertaining to or affecting a locomotor system. And motor, the latter part of the word motor means move, move place. So locomotor is moving, like our locomotor system, including our muscle and our skeleton. They put them together, they form our locomotor system. And the suffix, our example for the prefix topo is topoisomerase. Topoisomerase is an enzyme that interconverts topoisomers of DNA by breaking and rejoining one or more phosphodiester bonds and altering the degree of supercoiling of the DNA. There are two types of topoisomerase. Type 1 topoisomerase cuts one strand of a DNA double helix, then relax it, and the cut strand is re-annealed. So in this process, cutting one strand allows the part of the molecule on one side of the cut to rotate around the uncut strand, thereby reducing stress from too much or too little twist in the helix. In this figure, what we show is there are too much supercoil, so the topoisomerase is relaxing it. And then type 2 topoisomerase cuts both strands of one DNA double helix, pass another unbroken DNA helix through it, and then reanneals the cut strands. And for type 2, we are more familiar with type 2 topoisomerase. For example, E. coli gyrase is one of the type 2 topoisomerase. Our example for the suffix TOPE is isotope. Isotope. Now, iso means the same. Remember, we learned that the prefix iso means the same, and then TOP is place. So isotope means same place as on what? On the periodic table. And isotope is a chemical element having the same atomic number, the same number of nuclear protons, like these three, the protium and deuterium and the tritium. They all have the same number of protons, 1 protons, but they have different number of neutrons, which make them possessing different atomic mass. So they are called isotope because the place on the periodic table is determined by the number of the protons, not the number of the atomic mass. So whether it doesn't have any neutrons or 1 neutron or 2 neutrons do not affect their place on the periodic table. So these three are called isotopes. Let's review what we just learned. To describing place, we use these three prefixes and the suffix. For prefix, we have local, L-O-C-O, and the topo, L-O-P-O, and for suffix, we have tope, T-O-P-E. For space, we could use any of these 4 of them. For the prefix, we have celo, C-E-L-O, and the C-O-E-L-O. And for the suffix, we have cele, C-E-L-E, or C-O-E-L-E. Let's see our example. For cele, C-E-L-E, our example is celoscopy. Celoscopy, which we learned before, remember? It is an examination of the interior of the abdomen by means of a laparoscope. It is also called laparoscopy. And for the suffix C-E-L-E or C-O-E-L-E, our example is blastocele. Blastocele is the fluid-filled cavity of the mass of cells, which is called blastula. Now this is the blastula, and blastocele is the fluid-filled cavity of the mass of cells produced by cleavage of a zygote. It is called blastula. At this stage, it's called blastula. And for the prefix C-O-E-L-O, our example is coelom. Coelom is the body cavity. In higher invertebrate, it persists throughout life. Okay, let's review what we learned. When we want to describe space, we could use one of these 4. For prefix celo, C-E-L-O, or C-O-E-L-O. For suffix cele, C-E-L-E, or C-O-E-L-E. For time, when we want to describe things that are related to time, we have chrono, C-H-R-O-N-O, or temporal, T-E-M-P-O-R-O. Let's see our example. For chrono, our example is chronometer. Chronometer is a watch or clock that measures time very exactly. Now these, like the sundial and the cuckoo clock and the old Chinese clock, they can all be referred as chronometer. But there's this atomic clock which is very exact, and this is the former, the best kind of chronometer. And for the prefix temporal, our example is temporospatial. Temporospatial meaning things that are pertaining to both time and space. Then we use this word, temporospatial. Let's review what we learned for time. We have one of these two prefixes, chrono, C-H-R-O-N-O, and the temporal, T-E-M-P-O-R-O. Now we finish lesson 24. Let's review what we learned this time. For part, we have prefix mero, M-E-R-O, or suffix mere, M-E-R-E. For dissolution or destruction, we have the suffix lysis, L-Y-S-I-S, or the prefix lyso, L-Y-S-O. For place, we have these three prefixes and suffixes to use. Prefixes are local, L-O-C-O, and the topo, T-O-P-O. Suffix is tope, T-O-P-E. And to describe space, we have celo, C-E-L-O, and the C-O-E-L-O, and the cele, C-E-L-E, and the C-O-E-L-E. These two are suffixes. As for time, we have chrono, C-H-R-O-N-O, or temporal, T-E-M-P-O-R-O. These two prefixes to use. Now we finish lesson 24. We will also give you quiz for this lesson. And next time when we come back, we will start our last lesson, which is lesson 25. See ya! English for Biology Major is brought to you by TCU's English for Biology Major course team. If you have any questions, don't forget to visit our FB fans page. The website is here, and you can also scan the QR code to reach to our FB fans page. This course is sponsored by Centers for Faculty Development and Instructional Resources of TCU.